In this video tutorial, we're going to look at a new feature for V6, which is the point editing ability in simulation. We have a part here that's been programmed, and it's a series of trimming passes, and there are some orientation changes between the passes. And of course, in a case like this, a common concern is going from one cutout to the next with the robot collide into the part when it's doing transitions or reorientations. This is where the calculate with collision detection is a valuable tool, because enabled, it allows you to very quickly see beforehand, even without simulating, if there are any problem areas. So first of all, we do see here that there is a collision, and we see the areas where the collision occurs. So if we come here to this first point here, so what we see here is that from the transition move from this cutout to the next cutout, if I play it, gives us a collision. So what I'm going to do here is come to this point, and now I want to move this point a little higher, and the same for this point here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the option here called Edit Pose, and what this does is this gives us the ability to move this point. So I can come and click on the Z-axis, and I'm just going to move it up about this much, and then I come and click on the first point of the next operation, and I move it up as well, like so. Now if you've noticed, the minute I modify points, the joint moves are now represented as lines. That's because what I need to do now is I need to go and click on Calculate so that all of the joint moves are recalculated. And now we see that that collision has been cleared. There's another one that we need to work on. So let's come back to this point here, and now let's simulate, and we see that now the reorientation is happening well above the part. We will also notice that the 2 points that have been modified, the point markers, instead of being the usual cyan color, the light blue, are now in purple. At the same time, we see here on the slider we have a marker here which is in purple as well, and if we move close to that marker, we will see the 2 points that have been modified with this icon here. This icon is an indicator that these points have been modified manually. Now, not only can we modify these points to avoid collisions, but we can also go to areas and touch up the program. So I'm going to come to this point here, and what we see is the way it was programmed, it's actually cutting into the part. So I can come now and click on these points and click on Edit Point, Edit Pose, and now in the plane I could move these out like so. Move them out like that, and click on the next one and move it out like that, and then click on the last one and move that out to about there. I click on Calculate just to make sure that everything is good. Green check marks, and now we see that we've modified the path and moved it out so that it doesn't cut as much into the part. The point editing can be used to move the pose, and we have the same type of helper as we do for jogging the robot. We can either move in the tool coordinate system, or by clicking on the center ball here, we can also move this point with respect to the user frame. We can move along X, Y, or Z, and we can also rotate around X, Y, or Z, as well as in the 3 orthogonal planes.